Alright, here we are for round two with this black-red Thorn of the Black Rose deck. We are on the play. We're playing against CDR10. Got a pretty good hand here. Hopefully we're playing against a deck that Pillar of Flame is good against. I will keep this. I'm going to lead off with my Bloodfell Caves, of course. Most likely I'm going to be playing a turn 2 Thermal Alchemist, but if they play something I really want a Pillar of Flame on turn 1, I might cast Pillar of Flame and then play a tapped Carnarium. I'm not sure yet. The only thing that they could really play that I really want to Pillar of Flame on turn 1 is Young Wolf, but even that, might just want to play Thermal Alchemist instead. Especially since I have two red sources, I'll be able to double Pillar of Flame if I need to on turn 3, after playing the Thermal Alchemist on turn 2. Come on, creature. Alright. So I am still going to play this Thermal Alchemist on turn 2. That makes me... No, I'm still going to play the Thermal Alchemist on turn 2. It's going to be kind of hard for my opponent to burn this, plus play, like, they're not going to be able to play one of their really good creatures. If they have Burning Tree Emissary into bolts, that's going to be a little annoying for me, but that's okay. Yep, Chain Lightning, that's fine. Alright, see, they couldn't even attack with this turn, but unfortunately I'm still going to have to Pillar of Flame it, it looks like. So my Carnarium, if I pick up this mountain, it means next turn I'll be able to play the Rager plus the Pillar of Flame, so I think I am going to do that. I do lose on 1 life, but my opponent hasn't really done anything yet, so like I'm still at 21, and I've got a couple more turns of playing tap lands if I want to. Valley Dasher, not a big deal. I am going to hit that with Pillar of Flame and play Rager, most likely next turn. Fortunately, Pillar of Flame can't hit Goblin Heel Cutter, which is one of the better creatures sometimes in that deck that we have to worry about. Let's go ahead and play the Rager right away, just in case. I don't know what I could draw that would make me change my mind, but always better to do this first. And I don't have anything for a single black that I would want to use. They don't have anything that matters for exiling, I don't think, so I'm going to Pillar of Flame this. They don't usually play anything with more than 2 toughness, but you never know. I mean, that last guy had that weird enchantment, so I guess some people are playing different stuff in this deck. Am I getting bolted? Sure. So we are a little low on gas. If our opponent has a lot of good stuff left, we could fall behind. They have a 1/1 at this point. I'm probably just going to Flame Slash that, even though it's not really a very important card right now. I guess I'll just Firebolt it. Kill that. Play Caves. So unfortunately I don't have any threats at this point, so that's kind of one of the major downsides of this deck. Our opponent killed 2 of our threats, and we don't have that many, so it could be a little while before we actually come up with something to pressure our opponent, and the problem is that they're sitting on a full grip, and if they have a Heel Cutter, hopefully they just cast it for the full 4. This is not a good play by our opponent. They don't know I have the Flame Slash, but they know about this Firebolt, so this I don't like this at all. Okay, so this is actually a tough call. If I play this and they have another Heel Cutter, I could definitely lose the Monarch token, but they have to have a Heel Cutter and a Burn spell for me to get really punished. So it is kind of a tough spot. I think I'm actually going to wait 1 turn to play it, because I think they will play out their other. I think they'll play out their other Heel Cutter if they have another one, because I don't really see why they would play that one out if they didn't have another one that they intended to use next turn. It is kind of a long shot, like they would have needed to have. Okay, let's see if they play the Heel Cutter out. They didn't. Plus now I drew a Magma Spray, so I think this game's over. Gonna play this Thorn. They don't have anything that can attack through the Magma Spray. So I don't believe they're going to be able to take our Monarch token from us almost no matter what they do. But it could happen in some kind of crazy circumstance where I draw all garbage and they draw a bunch of haste guys. Magma Jet my face. Again, Magma Jet. Really bad here. I don't know. I feel like every time I see it, it's really bad. It would be better as a bolt. He doesn't know that I have an instant speed removal spell that he can't get through, but okay, went bottom top. So the best card for our opponent to draw would be this another heel cutter. So I'm thinking maybe that's what he drew. No, I don't know what you would put on top that you wouldn't cast this turn, but who knows? I'm not attacking with the Thorn unless I draw another creature because I don't want him to have a Valley Dasher and get in. I don't want to use my Magma Spray on a Valley Dasher, and 1 damage is not important. Bajuka Bog does nothing. I guess I'll play this Thermo Alchemist. I'm still, I think... Okay. So I think I would attack with the Thorn here, but it's not that important either way. So on to sideboarding. Again, like last time, I'm kind of in an interesting spot here where I've got some cards that are okay. Electricity looked pretty bad there. It does kill the cohort if I kill all their other creatures. So, but it's really hard to get. It's hard to even get a 1-for-1 out of it, and it's almost impossible to get a 2-for-1. The only way to really get a 2-for-1 is if they have multiple bushwhackers, or if like they have exactly a bushwhacker plus a cohort. So I think about this Siphon Life, especially against like a Magma Jet version of the deck. If they're going to be spending a card to deal me 2 damage, I would like to spend a card to gain 2 life. So I'm going to bring that in. I'm going to take out 1 Thorn, like I did last time, and I'm going to take out 1 Night's Whisper. I think I'm going to bring in the Blightning. Seems better than the Duress. They just don't have that many instant sorceries, and again, they get them all out of their hand quickly. Whereas if they get stuck with some 2-drops, I could Blightning some of them away. I'm not sure. But another benefit of this is that it can kill them a little faster. I'm not sure. This matchup's just really good anyway, like no matter what. So let's see what they've got. So one thing that makes this matchup a little better even than Stompy is they don't have any like resilient threats. Like they don't have Young Wolf and stuff. Like all of our removal gets them 1-to-1, 1-for-1, just every time. See what he's got here. Conscripts means I'm gonna Firebolt. If it were a Jackal Familiar, I'd probably leave up mana, but not against conscripts. All right, so we're kind of off to a great start here. Our hand is awesome. I'm probably gonna Lightning Bolt something this turn and play the Rakdos Carnarium, would be my guess. All right, Valley Dasher is fine. If I draw a Swamp, I'll probably just Edict this away. Otherwise, I'm gonna Bolt it. Then play the Carnarium. I don't wanna. I want to cycle this probably at some point. I have kind of a lot of mana at this point, so I don't really want to be stuck with this in play. They play Molten Rain. I mean, we're not going to be in trouble from a Molten Rain, but it'll be a little annoying, or it'll be slowed down a fair amount. But I do still have enough mana to, like, they'll be tapping out this turn to play it, and then I'll just play this Baron more. And all right, Jackal Familiar, and looks like a Bushwhacker. Sure, this is a pretty good turn for them. I think I'm going to play probably just an Edict. I don't really want to play the Rager and then have them play a Heel Cutter. Maybe I will play the Rager now. Man, if they play Heel Cutter and they hit me for 6, I'll be down at 7. Then the next turn I can. I think I'm gonna play an Edict and then play the Baronmore tapped. Maybe just a Mountain. We'll see if they sacrifice. Yeah, so they definitely have a Heel Cutter. Which makes me wish I had saved my Lightning Bolt a little bit, but we did the most efficient removal possible every turn, and we're still down to 13. We'd be even lower if I had waited a little bit. I'm not sure I'm going to have time to cycle this anyway, so I think I'm going to play it now. We'll see what they have. I do need to draw one more piece of instant speed removal for this Heel Cutter that they seemed. Oh, okay, so they had this guy. That makes sense. So this turn I'm going to play the Alchemist and the Chainer's Edict unless I draw some kind of removal. Echoing Decay would be my best draw. That's an interesting one. I'm glad I played this Baron more last turn. They only have one card left, so I think I'm actually going to play that. Depending on what that is, this could be really great for us. But we are dead this turn to a heel cutter, so pretty brutal. I mean, when they draw kind of the perfect draw, then it's really tough to beat this. Even with all, like, look at all this interaction we had. If they have a heel cutter here, we're just dead. We're not just dead, but we are at 3, so we're pretty much dead. So I could really use a life gain land. That's kind of one of the issues with the draw we've had, is that I didn't get any life gain lands. Alright, I guess I'm going to play 2 Thermo Alchemists. Fortunately, I have no targeted way to get the, well, I guess, yeah, I have no targeted way to get this off the board. If I did, I would be able to, I could take him off the board, and then I could edict one of these away, and then they might not be able to attack. So opponent has super fast draw on the play. We're going down to 1, so to even play this Rager, I need to draw a life gain land. Okay. See what we get. So we're not quite dead, but we're pretty much dead. I'm going to go ahead and hit the cohort, I guess. I really want to draw Echoing Decay. That would give us a nice opportunity to come back here. So I need our opponent to miss, so I need them to hit a land so they can't attack with their conscripts. If they draw any spell, I'm dead this turn. Yep. So that was a little unfortunate that they had such a fast draw, but like I said in my previous videos, Goblin Bushwhacker is the only spell that matters in the deck pretty much. It's pretty tough to beat that card. None of the cards that are in my sideboard would have been good that match, so on the play, Blightning is a little better. You definitely get some cards out of their hand. Yeah, I'll just keep this. That was a little unfortunate. I think we had a pretty good draw there, and we just got completely run over. All right. Hand looks fine. Yeah, I'll keep this. Lead off with the Forgotten Cave so I can Flame Slash their 2/2 that they play on turn 1. Then I'll have to decide if I want to play a Swamp to hold up Terminate or if I want to play a Carnarium. Probably going to play the Carnarium because I'd like to play this Rager on 3, but you never know, I might need to Terminate just to stay alive. If I draw another 2-mana spell, I'll probably play one of my 2-mana spells 2 turns in a row. Alright, they are mulliganing down to 6 cards, down to 5 cards. They kept 5. Let's see what they do with their Scry. Them mulliganing isn't really going to change any of my plays. I'm just going to play this Forgotten Cave. Had some pretty swingy games this match. We just destroyed them first game, and then we got destroyed last game pretty handily. So they put a card on the bottom. See if they have a 1-drop. Normally they do. Alright, so this does make me want to hold up Terminate instead. This is a little awkward because I would like to be able to kill the haste creature. This is an interesting spot. If I just play my Swamp, can't really do anything next turn still. Yeah, I think you just have to Flame Slash this. So I do like to normally try to strand Jackal Familiars on the board, unable to attack, but I'm just going to kill it so I can get this Carnarium out. My mana is just a little awkward this game. That is kind of the price you pay for getting 5 mana from only 3 lands. You get to make a couple little awkward plays. See how much power you can put out this turn. Definitely 1 Burning Tree Emissary. You can always tell because they have to manually click the mana. Makes it a little awkward. Just a cohort, not a problem. So I'm going to play the Rager this turn, I think. My red mana is a little awkward here. I'm actually just going to play this Forgotten Cave tapped and pass the turn. I will probably just be hitting this with a Terminate, depending on what he plays. If he plays a creature that to make this attack, then I might do something different. Like if he plays a Heel Cutter in order to attack with this guy, I'll kill the Heel Cutter instead. Hopefully our opponent has a third land. Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like they have anything that has haste, so I'm just going to terminate this. It's more mana efficient. Hit that with the terminate. Save my Magma Spray for later. Next turn I can play my Rager and hold up Magma Spray with the Forgotten Cave. Ooh, Chittering Rats is much better than Rager. Let's go ahead and do that. My opponent is stuck with cards in their hand. It's really unlikely they'll be able to play both of them. And if they're both burn spells, we're in great shape anyway. Yeah, our opponent just concedes. They mulliganed a little too low and they got stuck with cards in their hand. And you can see I have a lot of gas left, and they could probably figure out that that's likely. So again, like I said last time, it's a pretty good matchup as they have to rely on creatures to attack, and if they don't get a really strong like Burning Emissary plus Bushwhacker draw, it's going to be tough for them to kill us in time. We just have a lot of 1-mana removal for their 1-mana threats. All right, that's round 2. Let's move on to round 3.